Peace to the guys and nerds. It's Rod tapping in from the sacred tree. What's happening? Can I talk to your soul right quick? How's it going, man? Hope all is well to everybody. Just wanted to tap in with the family and just talk about some frequently asked questions. Peace to the queen. I felt like it was a good question about the crystals and the crystal magic. Um, Pretty much her question was asking, where do you start as far as if you're new to learning about crystals? What would be the first crystal that you pick? Because I always tell people that whatever you choose, whatever crystal you choose, that crystal chooses you at the same time. So her question is, how do you know when it's choosing you? Right? So what I would say is this: start with your birthstone. Start with your birthstones, because they have a few for each zodiac sign. Once you get your birthday sign, that's when you'll know your governing planet and your elemental force that you govern. And what that means is, let's say you're a Cancer, your governing planet would be the moon, and your Cancer is a water sign, right? So you will most likely have a stone that has a relationship to the water. You know what I mean? Or it has has a blue tone to it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about the elemental force aspect of it, I feel like it's kind of like Airbender, if you ever seen that movie, where you have to learn the four elements and then you become the fifth element. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of that. It is that alchemy, actually. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly that. It ain't kind of that. It's exactly that. But it's a matter of tapping into your governing planet, and I mean even researching the planet. I mean actually getting the composition, the weight, the measurement. You know what I'm saying? Like really being into knowing what that is as far as astrology and astronomy. Like really getting to know whatever your governing planet is. You know what I'm saying? Mine's is Venus. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to develop a relationship with these energies. And when you get your crystal, that's what you're doing. People have to understand that everything has a code, everything has a vibration. If you was to cut a tree, and it has a resonance, it can play music. You know what I'm saying? So with the crystals, it's the same vibe. They have a communication that they have when we interface with it, and a lot of it is for communication to the ancestors, interdimensional communication. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And one thing that I've noticed, I hope that answered your question, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Before I start to diving into other topics. But start with your birthstone. Once you start with that, start to master your elemental force. Like if you're a water sign, a lot of the times you're going to get downloads in the shower. You have to take spiritual baths at least once a week to purify your aura. Water signs are very empathic, intuitive. You know what I'm saying? So you have to nurture yourself in order to nurture others, because they're very nurturing. Water signs are as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can help yourself heal as well. Sometimes you might need that water mother type of love. You know what I mean? Because that's what water is. If you think about it, it's that essence of Big Mama that we all have it in us. You know what I'm saying? Make up like 70% of the body. You know what I mean? So it's like, without water, none of us would be here. So that's how important that element is. So once you master your element, then that's when you can start figuring out the other elements like fire and earth. You know what I'm saying? And you bring the ether. That's what people have to start understanding. Like your soul is the ether. You know what I mean? Like the soul is a black hole. That's what the soul is. And that's a whole nother deeper topic. I'm gonna get into that another time. But we gonna talk about that, you know what I mean? But yeah, start with your birthstones as far as picking your stone and it picking you. Start with that. And like I said, learn about your elemental force and start trying to master that as you interface with your crystal. And you'll be amazed at the downloads that you get. You know what I mean? You'll be amazed at the downloads that you get. And once you feel like you've mastered that mode, then you can try on another one. Like so you might go from wearing a piece like this that deals with water, moon energy, air energy as well, and then you might feel like, hey, I want to deal with fire. I want to do I want to see what that fire about. You know what I'm saying? Fire usually deals with willpower, testosterone, adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? Like being alert, being actionary. You know what I mean? So it's like each elemental force has key components to it, and it also have key components to where if you overdo it, it can self-destruct. You see what I'm saying? So the key is always figuring out the balance when it comes to the elemental forces and knowing where you are emotionally and mentally in order to wear your crystal for that day, like which one you're gonna wear for that day. Another thing that I just wanted to point out too is I don't want to make this long and too drawn out, but I'm not even a dude that really wear bracelets like that, but I just started rocking these, and this is what they call Dreamy Tiger's Eye and Obsidian. And I feel like I like this three-way how I'm rocking it. And the reason why I'm even bringing it up is because what I notice about the crystals as well is they're with what we call vital spots or vital points on the body. And you know when they check your vitals, sometimes they check your wrist or your neck. What I wanted to point out to you is that when you place or adorn these parts of the body with precious metals and stones, that's a bridge of interaction, of communication. Meaning these things have an electromagnetic field. Your body has an electromagnetic field. Once you put this on that spot, now you're in sync with that crystals, whatever it is that those crystals attributes are. Now you're communicating with those attributes, and when you meditate, you sitting with it, and that's how that communication starts. And then it's just like when you are so in tune that you're in tune with your ancestors and just certain deities that you may find interesting. Do your research. Always do your research before you just start diving into anything, because it's all about developing a relationship. You have to get acquainted with any energy that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And you can't, like, just like if you meet anybody like in real life, like in you know what I'm saying, in the world, you don't just rush in. You know what I'm saying? You get to know people. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing in the spirit realm. You can't just be like, oh, you feel like you're in touch with something and now you just want to go willy-nilly with it. It's like you really have to know thyself in order to stay rooted in who you are. And you know what I'm saying, when you're just dealing with magic in general, you know what I mean? So I just feel like that's important to put out there as well, that this is a technology. That's what it is. Not just some hippie shit to where we just, you know, just like wearing stones because they look cool and, you know, shit like that. Like it's really more to it than just trinkets. I promise you that. Like and it's like it's gonna start picking up. I already know, because that's where the magic is at. Like all of these things are resurfacing. And I feel like I said, we come from crystalline cities. When they talk about Atlantis and Lemuria and all that, those are crystalline cities. Like I'm telling you, these were like, even in Kemet, They used the crystal technology. They were crystal like grids all over the world. Like, and this is what time it is. So we need to know, like, we have the technology, and we are the technology as well. That's why a lot of the ancient, like even in the Sumerian artifacts, you see them wearing something on the wrist. I don't know, those vital points that we was talking about are doing in the neck and the wrist. You know what I'm saying? These are points, you know what I'm saying, of communication. They check your blood pressure. They, you know what I'm saying, what they say, pressure makes diamonds. Remember I was telling you how plasma is crystallized blood. You see what I'm saying? So we have crystals in our blood. So that's what I'm saying. It's like the vibration of the stones can communicate with the vibration of your biorhythm, your aura. And that's how the communication starts. And you have to meditate with it. You got to sit with it. It's something that you have to, it's a subtlety. It's not nothing that just gonna smack you. Some of them do though. Some of them sit you down, because some of them are, like when I talk about like a stone that's heavy, it's kind of hard to say the name, and it's slipping me right now, but it's a black stone. I can't wear it more than 3 days. Because when I'm talking about it grounds you, like I'm talking about grounded. You feel heavy when you wear it. And in the way it's good for your meditative state, but when you got shit to do, it's like, nah, you can't be wearing that shit, nigga. You be yeah, like certain stones, it's like you really have to know what you're dealing with, you know what I mean? But for the most part, that's where you start with your birthstone. Like I said, it's crystal magic and it's a technology. This is something that, like I said, you see lapis lazuli. I always say that shit. You see lapis lazuli in King Tut's tomb. You know what I'm saying? And we go back beyond that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, the ancestors knew. You know what I mean? That's why all of these precious stones and metals is all in their museums. You see what I'm saying? So what we saying is we walk in museums now. Like, we walk in our artifacts now. You feel me? And the gods have returned. That's what time it is. Each one to each one. You know what I'm talking about? And I just say, like, salute to everybody that's joined the tribe, the sacred tree. We really appreciate y'all. The love and support that y'all have shown has been awesome, and we really do appreciate it, because we're a family business and we just go hard, man. We like to create. That's what we do best. We're artists and we're creatives. And salute to the creatives, to the real artists, because I always tell people that authenticity is a superpower. Like, I really feel like that's a superpower in today's time, where everything is carbon copy, cookie cutter, you know what I'm saying, cut and paste, I mean, emoji, you know what I mean, like that type of shit. Like, and it's just like, for the true artists, y'all will be a part of the Renaissance. Like, you feel me? Like, because y'all the ones that'll go against the grain. The artists are the revolutionaries. You know what I mean? I'm gonna break down the Tiamat behind me on another video as well. But yeah, I'm gonna start getting back into my painting breakdowns too. Oh, and I got some new something coming through. I mean, I'll show you in a few days. Look, but just wanted to say what up to the fam. Salute to everybody that joined the tribe. All orders are being taken care of. Trust and believe. There's been a lot of these labradorite of Tahuti, the Tahuti of labradorite. It's been a lot of those lately. So Tahuti been on high. I shaded that. And it's just, you know, salute to the guys and earths, man. I'll touch base back with y'all in a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm out.